massive congratulations to former head coach John Brady and former player and now our general manager Ronald Dupree on their Hall of Fame inductions here at LSU Friday night. It was an unbelievable event downtown at the Manship Theater, and it was awesome to see the emotion from both and what it meant to them to join that fraternity of select members of the LSU Hall of Fame. So huge congratulations to Coach Brady and to Ronald Dupree. As for our program, absolutely love our team. We've had a phenomenal summer and fall. From a personnel standpoint, Jalen Reed, as we all know, suffered the devastating knee injury last December in the win over Florida State. He has really been an inspiration through this process. I would say he's ahead of schedule at this point, coming off the ACL injury. Not cleared for 5-on-5 contact yet, but really progressing well. And I'm excited about the special things he's going to do. We scheduled intentionally our November as we hope to have him back for those 5 games in 16 days here at home to kick off the season. And with that, love to answer any questions.
Hey, Coach. How you doing?
Great to see you.
Good to see you. The roster, where do you feel like it's at right now, entering your 4th year?
Yeah, really excited about the roster. It's essentially a brand new team, which I think is great. It allows us to shape this team into whatever we can be. I think the only 2 returners would be Jalen Reed and Rob Miller, who only got to participate in 7 games together before Jalen's injury. So what's been fun to see is we intentionally got older as we put the roster together. We went from an average age around 19 and a half to an average age of 22 in our program, and I think that shows in the experience and maturity of our team, how connected our group is here on a short turnaround. You know, we've been together 8 weeks this summer. We had a short preseason, only 4 weeks, with LSU starting back to classes later in August. So to be 12 weeks together, I've been really pleased with how connected the group is, the maturity level, and I think we really compete at a high level. And that's why I'm excited to get practice started here. We can start stacking days together. We're still really, from a coaching standpoint, in the evaluation phase of who's going to play what roles, who plays well together, and so forth. So that's what these next 6 weeks is going to be all about for us.
What do you think about this group may make it different from last year's group in a sense that you brought in some players last year out of the portal and maybe just didn't turn out the way you guys wanted to? What makes this group, you think, different?
Well, I don't ever get into the comparisons. It's a completely new team. I think you look at the age and experience is certainly a big difference. I think we were able to go out in the portal and sign one of the top point guards in the country in DJ Thomas, who's just been fantastic since he got here. I think when you look at our size and physicality in the front court, I mentioned Jalen Reed and Rob Miller, one 6'10", 245, the other 6'10", 235 with a 7'5" wingspan. Then you add Mike Nwoko at 6'10", 265, and Markel Sutton at almost 6'9", 230. I think there's certainly a lot of size and athleticism there in the front court. And, I think, it's a fun group. I've really enjoyed coaching them. Fun to be around. A lot of energy. I think they're very well connected and understand the opportunity that we have moving forward together as a team.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Rob and Jalen come back. What's the impact of those two and just how, obviously, they know what y'all expect. They know how things run around here.
Well, Jalen Reed, I mean, just what a great story in this day and age in college sports where you see all the movement of players, and that's fine. But this is his 4th year in the program, suffered a devastating injury, has turned down other opportunities 2 years in a row because he wants to be at LSU. He wants to be a part of building a successful team. And he's worked with incredible passion and a relentless competitive spirit to get back coming off that injury. And so it's really important to me to see him have tremendous success this year because of his loyalty, his commitment, his hard work, because of the difficult circumstances he's had to overcome due to injury. And he's a winner. He understands what it takes. He's gotten better every single year. You saw the start that he had the last season before the injury. And from what I've seen to this point, while not cleared for 5-on-5, Matthew, he is in a really good place mentally. Sometimes you see guys come back from an injury like that, and there's a lot of hesitation. He is very confident, very sure, and has really paid a price to get back and be ahead of schedule. As for Rob Miller, you're looking to continue that development as a player, all the physical tools. You saw his 19-point, 10-rebound game against number 1 Florida a year ago. You got to remember he's the second youngest player on our team, and so I think he's taken a step there. He's gotten stronger. He's really worked hard in the weight room. I think he's very versatile for a guy at 6'10", 235, and he's had a very successful preseason to this point.
Just kind of with your offense, what do you hope to be some bullet point things that you want to see from this group as it evolves? And I know you mentioned it's a completely new team, but just offensively, what do you want the mindset of this group to be and how they play?
Yeah, Glenn, I think when you look at it, it's kind of similar to football. Everything starts with that quarterback position, and for us, it's the point guard, and we have an elite one in DJ Thomas. Incredible court vision, very unselfish and willing passer. Has proven he can score at the highest level as well. And one thing, you're always a little nervous in the portal because you can only recruit a guy sometimes 24 hours or a week, is what kind of person are you getting? As good of a player as he is, he's an even better person. Really brought a lot of joy to our program. Not looking for any attention, just wants to be a great teammate and wants to help his team win. He's been one of our hardest workers by far. He's our winningest player in the program and all our summer and fall activities. So his leadership's been great there. And then I touched on the front court. I think there's size, there's physicality, there's depth there. I think when you look to the wing would be the last position. Rashad King, a guy coming in from Northeastern. He's really worked hard in the weight room. He's gained 20 pounds of muscle. He's about 6'6", 215 right now, and has led us in three-point shooting this summer and fall. And then I think you have other wings as well that will be counted on to provide perimeter shooting for us from behind the three-point line.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, good to see you here. But entering year 4, do you feel any, heightened pressure to try to make the tournament this season?
No, I don't think so. I think when you look at college sports in general, whether you're a coach or a player, everything's a one-year deal now. Essentially, there's a small group of untouchables out there in the coaching world, but I think every year is a reset at this point in college sports. And for us, as we look at it, obviously last year, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on last year, but January, February, March, I didn't get the job done at the level or the standard I want it done here, and we weren't able to win at the level that is required. But this is a brand new team, and I love our group. I've talked to you about the front court where there's great size, athleticism, physicality, rebounding, obviously a key area in this league. You look at the experience at point guard now with DJ Thomas, and then our wings are older and mature. I love our group, and so we're just going to put our head down, get to work, build our team, stack days here as we go through the preseason, and excited to get going. 5 home games in 16 days to start the season here in the PMAC on November 5th, and then we'll be rolling right into the tournament in Destin, a trip to Boston College, top 5 Texas Tech, neutral site, SMU down in New Orleans, and we're off and running.
What kind of role has the general manager position and Ronald Dupree playing in this roster and then this team as well?
Well, I think first off, Ronald Dupree is one of the best players to ever wear the jersey here at LSU. He has NBA experience, both as a player, a scout, and an executive. So I think it was a smooth transition into this new era of college sports where you need a front office, and he's certainly the right man to lead the program forward there. I think really outside of North Carolina and Duke, I don't know if there's a coaching staff in America that has more representation of former players than we do here at LSU, and I think that means a lot for the pride and the passion that they have for those three letters on the front of the jersey. His role is ever evolving. I think there's certainly roster management and construction is a key area there. Relationships with agents, coaches, high school AAU coaches, really important. And then a guy, I think for us, who's able to serve as a mentor for our players who aspire to do the same things that he's done with his career, not only as an NBA player, not only playing in the Sweet 16, but also as a husband and a father.
Just a couple quick ones, I guess. Is there anybody else on the roster that's limited other than Jalen, or is everybody else pretty healthy? Just what's the update there, I guess?
Yeah, Glenn Pablo Tamba, a fifth-year transfer who came in, he missed the summer from a contact standpoint, recovering from a shoulder surgery in the offseason, has been fully cleared since mid-August and is doing extremely well. And then Matt Gilhul, freshman, 6'11", from Pennsylvania, missed some time this summer due to injury and illness. He's now back as a full participant in practice. So we'll have everybody out there ready to roll today. The only restriction would be Jalen Reed in 5-on-5 live settings.
And then just you've had to do this the last couple of years, really, of having to put together really a new roster and not many returning players. Just what have you learned maybe about the past experiences to kind of help mold into how you want to grow this team with so many new players and just getting that chemistry to where y'all are hitting the season, in full stride on the 1st of November?
Yeah, Glenn, I think there's still a hybrid model out there that you want to have. I'm biased. Player development's my favorite part of coaching, so I really enjoy the opportunity to coach at Jalen Reed for 4 years, Rob Miller now in his second year in the program, and seeing that growth and development. But I think there was obviously the need for us to go out in the portal and get older and get more experience. I think I touched on that with the average age of our team this year being over 22 years old. So I thought that was really important for us. And I think the players have done a great job of fast-tracking team chemistry, fast-tracking a buy-in to the culture that we want to create here. They've really done a great job, and now we just have to continue to build on that foundation that they put in place this summer.
You have Marcus Thornton doing stuff with you now?
Yeah, Marcus is with us, one of the greats here, 2009 SEC Player of the Year, averaged over 20 a game for his career, 7 years in the NBA, great father, great husband, yet another member of our staff that can really serve as a great mentor for our players. And he's been really effective in our player development program, lives in the gym, really hungry to help our players get better and investing a lot of time with them. So he's been a great addition to the program.
And Keith Hornsby too, right?
And Keith as well. Keith is actually going back to school after he finished his professional career, is getting a master's degree. But he's been fantastic. Another guy played at LSU, hit big shots, game winners, scored over 1,000 points in his college career, played professionally. Another great husband and father, another guy who can serve that mentorship role for our players. So, we've really invested in our staff, and I think they're doing a tremendous job making a great impact on our players.
These guys get out and scrimmage a little bit too? Do they do a little?
Well, they're retired. They're retired, but no, they get out. They're very active on the floor. You'll see them today. I think overall they're going. I always talk about it. Always do more than is expected. I mean, they're in the gym early in the morning with the players. They're putting in a lot of extra time with them. I know if I were a player and I aspired to play in the NBA one day, I aspired to win in the SEC. And when you start talking about Ronald Dupree and Keith Hornsby and Marcus Thornton and Tasman Mitchell and on down the line, I think they have great guys to look up to, certainly.
Yeah, Coach. You added Ron Zipper from Israel. Just what are your impressions of him, and how is he getting acclimated to everything?
Yeah, Ron's doing really well. His first day on campus was his first day in the United States of America. So there's been a transition there. I think he's handled it really well. He's a guy who's experienced. He's 22 years old. He's played in the U18, U20 European Championships representing his country. He's got great size at the wing position at 6'5", 215 pounds. He can really shoot it from three, and I think you're just seeing him get more and more comfortable as he gets more time here on campus.
Yeah, another I guess pair of wings, Max McKinnon as well as Rashad King. I guess what have you learned about them since having them in Baton Rouge?
Both older, both good size. Rashad 6'6", 215. Has led us in three-point shooting so far in the preseason. Really using his improvement in the weight room with Coach Chapman, who did a great job with him this summer, to play with more physicality and take advantage of his size on the perimeter. And then Max is a guy who's another senior, fourth year in college, 6'6", can really shoot it, has really good basketball IQ and feel. So, I think wing has been really a competitive position for us, and I'm interested to see as we start into practice here who really rises to the top of the competition there on the perimeter for our team.
You touched on it a bit earlier, but what are the expectations with this year's team?
Yeah, I think I always go into every season with the ultimate goal is to max out our team and become the best team we're capable of being, and I think with the personnel we've been able to bring in, with the balance of our point guard position with DJ and Jalen Reese, who's doing well as a freshman, the size and three-point shooting on the perimeter, and then the muscle and athleticism in the front court. I like the way we've constructed our roster. I like the age and experience. I think when you're at LSU, the goal is always to get to the NCAA tournament and to win games in the NCAA tournament. And so that'll be the North Star for this group, and we're really excited to get it rolling here today with practice number 1.
You mentioned some of that physicality in the post, just the importance of adding Michael Nwoko from Mississippi State. Just I think he played 15, 16 minutes a game last year and averaged like 6, 7 rebounds. Just what kind of presence do you think he's going to have to fill for this team to be what it wants to be for y'all?
Yeah, Glenn, Mike, I'm really impressed with him. Great size and physicality, but he's more skilled than I expected, quite frankly. He finishes well around the basket, finishes with either hand. He's been a great rim threat as a ball screen and roll player. I think he's one of those, you can't say it about every player, but he really can be as good as he wants to be because of his physical tools. He's very smart and intelligent on the floor, processes and sees things quickly. He's a guy I could see having a breakout type season. You talked about him last year. He's one of the tops in our league in rebounds and blocks per minute. And he's 6'10", and as you'll see today, every bit of 265, and not a whole lot of fat to go with him.
I'm just curious. It's okay if there's no big-time story, but I guess over this all-season, has there been any, experiences that you've taken as a coach in terms of learning or self-improving, or just any, people that you've talked to that has helped you this all-season?
As far as, sorry, say it.
Yeah, as far as coaching, have you expanded your horizons in terms of philosophy, or spoke to anyone else?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I think that's every day. I mean, I think, ultimately you're trying to build the right culture for your program, and then your offensive and defensive systems that allow your players to really thrive and that fit them the best. I think you saw us at times a year ago, having to play 4 guards in this league, which is really difficult to do. I think you see us with the size in our front court able to play 2 bigs consistently. So the style will look different in that regard. Also, the chance to have, I've been pretty lucky over the years to have some elite point guards that have gone on to have a lot of success in the NBA, and to bring in a player of DJ Thomas's caliber at the point certainly changes some things that you're able to do from an offensive standpoint. And but overall, just you're always reading, you're always studying, you're trying to get better, and really trying to invest a lot of time in the relationships of our players. Because we have to fast track this process. We have 12 of our 14 are new, and it's been fun to watch that evolve this summer, not just on the court, but the time spent outside of basketball, and how close they've become in a short time period.
Anything else? All right. Coach, thank you. We'll see you out on the floor.
All right, thanks so much.